Baylor's a really fast team. They steal more bases than
Baylor's got some speed, yes.
How do you?
Got some speed. They're aggressive. You keep the speed off the bases, number one.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can eliminate worrying about speed. But you just have to be on your toes at all time and expect the unexpected. I mean, that's the way they're going to play the game. If you look at their scores, they were low scores. We'll have some video on them and get a chance to look at it. But it should be a very quick series with both us in them.
You've had, over the years, you've had Para, you've had Finch, you've had Evans. Great. Did they have something in common to become who they were? Or all different?
Talent, number one. So they can spin the ball and make the ball move. If you're a pitcher, that's a common thread of any good pitcher. But they're very competitive and very calm, cool, and collective on the mound. You know, they don't panic.
Where I was going to go with that was, does O'Toole have that?
Yes.
All of the above?
I think both O'Toole and I think Taylor's going to have it. I think Taylor's getting closer to it, and I think she's really made some great strides the last couple weeks. So, Tully's got that intangible of high softball IQ, good talent, emotional stability, competitive, smart. You look at any great pitcher, you're going to have a little bit of all that stuff. And she's able to throw what she wants when she wants it. So she's got great command. I think great command of herself physically and great command of herself mentally.
Do you see any advantage of playing Baylor or having faced Baylor earlier in the year?
Not really. They're a different team. I think we saw them so early in the year that they were probably young and still trying to figure things out. So I think the Baylor team that's going to come in here is going to be probably a little more refined than they were back then. We're going to do our homework and prepared like we always do.
What is having Mandy here for a fifth year done for this team?
Well, Mandy's, I think, really coming her own. Number one, understands her role on the team. Tremendous leadoff hitter, small zone, doesn't chase a lot of pitches, has great knowledge of the strike zone, and she's got great hands and eyes. She's like a gnat, and you can't figure out how to get her out. And if you throw her away, she's gonna, she can use her short game, or she also can show you some power. And so she's got a lot of tools as a leadoff hitter, and it's fun to see that when the maturity catches up to the physical part of the game. And I always say that, I was fortunate enough to watch some players play the game at 27, 28 years old, and it's pretty phenomenal that how effective they are, because I think they have both the maturity and the physical skills. Young kids sometimes may have physical skills, but they don't have maturity. So sometimes the mental or the emotional stability gets to them, where I think a fifth year is great. I wish you could redshirt every freshman, and have another year, but you can't do it with 12 scholarships. It's impossible.
Did you see pitchers approach her differently with Conti right behind her in the lineup this week?
Yeah, she probably got some better pitches, most certainly. Conti definitely has a circle around her, and she embraces that. And I think this team embraces it. Like I said, on Sunday, I was very, very impressed with this team's ability to find different ways to produce runs. And so I think the bottom of our order is a very big part of what we need to be from here on out.
Any takeaways from last year's Super Regional to this year?
Not really. I haven't really thought much about it, other than I was not happy with the results. But shit, that's a year ago, and it's a different team. This is a different team. We're at home. I have thought about that, and I think it's good to be at home. But right now we're just trying to stay where our feet are, and that's today. Trying to get better, trying to do what we need to do and get ready for this weekend.
Talking about the bottom of the order, what's been impressive about the way Eva's being paid?
Well, Eva came in a very crucial situation and stepped in and rose to the occasion. I mean, she hit 667. You know, for the weekend, she was on base, scored some runs, had 5 putouts. I mean, God, she was ready when her name was called, and you know, we've been preaching that all year. It's kind of tough sometimes as a senior to accept a role that's different, and she did accept a role that she wasn't playing as much. But the great thing about this senior class is all of them have continued to prepare like they are starters each and every day, and so any one of them, I'm sure, if I put in a ball game, will be quite ready. And you know, that's the one thing I love about this senior class. I think they haven't just talked about things; they've done it.
Where's Ashley made the most improvement? She's having her career.
Maturity. I think, you know, being able to slow the game down and just the maturity of having a bigger database. You know, the more at-bats that she gets at this level, the better she's going to be at making good decisions on what to do. I think the other thing that's really helped her, she simplified the game. You know, instead of trying to do too much. And I think that's the one thing. Raina right now has a really good idea of what she needs to do when she needs to do it. And sometimes you have to go through, you know, the trials and tribulations to kind of figure that out. And again, that's a maturity thing. You know, Thule has it, and Kati has it, you know, Mo has it, Mandy has it. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people on this team right now that have it, and I think our freshmen that are in the lineup are very mature for their age too, and that's helped us.
How different is O'Toole in between the lines rather than maybe in the dugout? Or
She's yeah, she's different. I don't know how you want to.
I think people have used that word among others, but scratch your head at times saying what.
She's just a fun person. I mean, she's someone that you enjoy being around, you know, because she's funny. She can laugh at herself, and she can get serious, you know, that quickly. So it's kind of unique to watch some of the stuff she does or says, or faces that she makes, or you know, she's a great kid, you know, and not a kid anymore, but just a great personality that knows how to flip the switch when she needs to.
Have you talked to Taryn at all?
Taryn Mowat? Yeah, I did. I texted her last week, wished her good luck. She wished me good luck. That's it.
Good luck working.
They're in their first Super Regional ever.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Congratulations to them. Yeah, you know, I mean, obviously Taryn's has a very special place on our wall right there. So I see her every day, and a very special place in Arizona softball history. But right now she's wearing a different uniform, and I wish her the best, and we'll pull for her. But until they play us, then it's different.